Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. This is IMAX Sports with another football video, and today I'm going over my 2020 NFL standings for the finale of the season. So I'm going over what I think every team's record is going to be at the end of the season throughout all 16 games. I have no face cam for this video because it was much easier for me to make with that one. So I'm sorry about that, But yeah, I think that, so for these predictions, it's pretty straightforward, but getting all of the records to match up with, like, a regular season's worth of games, could have been a little bit difficult. Luckily, what I put down as the records for each team kind of worked out on the first try, which was actually really, really lucky. So I have the same number of wins and losses. I didn't go through to make sure that this was actually possible, because that would include going through every single game for every single team. I did that at the beginning of the season, but I don't want to do that again now. So I have 256 wins and 256 losses, or 255, 255, and 2 ties. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So in last place, I have the Jets at 115. Enough said. Right above them are the Jaguars and Giants, both at 3 and 13. Both of these teams have one win. I don't see either of them getting more than 3. And I don't think that we're going to have 3 teams with 2 or less wins, so I think 3 and 13 is going to be perfect for these 2 teams. At 4 wins, we have the Bengals, the Falcons, the Cowboys, and the Vikings. I titled this category 4 wins because the Bengals would be 4-11-1. They would not be 4-12. So Bengals 4-11-1, Falcons, Cowboys, and Vikings 4-12. I think all of these teams have pretty much deserved to be given 4-12 because the Falcons and the Vikings have played terribly the whole season. The Falcons have been in close games, but they lose them at the end, and the Cowboys just lost their second quarterback, and they weren't even doing well with Andy Dalton. So the Cowboys are kind of in a lot of trouble right now, and I don't expect them to get out of that trouble too soon. At 5-11, we have the Texans and the Washington football team. I know the Texans only have 1 win right now, but they've been looking better the last few weeks. Washington has 2 wins. They've been looking better the past few weeks. Houston also has a much easier schedule in the second half of the season than the first half. So I think that between the schedule matchups and how these 2 teams have been doing recently, I think 5-11 is quite possible for both of these teams. Next, we have the 6-win teams. Again, titled 6 wins because the Eagles have a tie. So the Broncos, the Patriots, and the Chargers, I am projecting will all go 6-10, and the Eagles will go 6-9-1 with the lowest record to win a division in NFL history. Previous record is 7-9. The Eagles will be 6-10-1. The Washington football team, if the Eagles get 5 wins and Washington gets an extra one, then Washington could be even lower at 6-10 as a division winner. But I really am not sure who's going to win that division at this point in time. Next is 7-9, and at 7-9 I have the Lions and the Dolphins. Both of these teams are looking pretty promising right now. The Lions are 3-3, the Dolphins are 4-3. Both of these teams are doing very well for themselves, and I can expect them to continue to do mediocre throughout the rest of the season. Neither of them are doing fantastic, so that's why they're at 7-9, and especially with the Dolphins, if they're going to be having Tua and potentially Ryan Fitzpatrick switching off, I'm not sure how Tua is going to perform for them. So 7-9 I think is a pretty safe bet for both of these teams. At 8-8 with the Panthers and the Colts. And both of these teams are looking stronger than 8-8 right now. But as we see in the NFL, normally around 40% of all the teams are between 6 and 9 wins. So we're probably going to see the Colts come down to 8-8. And the Panthers are actually below 8-8 right now. And they'll probably come up to 8-8 because they're looking very strong. They're looking stronger than their record, and I think 8-8 is pretty safe for both these teams. As we move on, we go to 9-7. There are 4 teams that I believe will be 9-7. The Browns, the Bears, the 49ers, and the Raiders. All these teams have a very strong start to the season. The Browns started off 5-2, the Bears started off 5-2, the 49ers are 4-3, and the Raiders are 3-3. I think that the 49ers and the Raiders have so far given a very good representation of how their season is going to go. Both teams have played very well in games against easy and hard teams. The Raiders have only played hard teams. They've only played teams with a winning record. The Browns and the Bears, however, they've played well against good teams, but I don't think that their wins are sustainable. The Browns win close games, and they got blown out by both the Steelers and the Ravens. And the Bears win close games as well, and they don't have an offense. So when someone with an offense comes in, like the Rams, they have no answer. I don't think either of those teams are sustainable, and they're both going to go 9-7. Next, we have 10-6. The Bills are our second division winner. The Eagles were the first. The Bills are our second. The Bills are winning the AFC East, getting the 4th seed in the AFC at 10-6, and the Saints are missing the playoffs at 10-6. I just switched the Saints and the Rams because I think it would be funny to have all 3 of the NFC West teams in the playoffs, and 2, because I genuinely think that the Rams have a stronger team than the Saints. At 11-5, we have the Cardinals and the Rams getting the 6th and the 5th seed in the NFC. Which one gets the 6th and which one gets the 5th, I'm not sure. I'm going to take the Cardinals, though. I'm going to say the Cardinals have more division wins, and that's why they're going to get the 5th seed than the 6th seed. So, yeah. Both of these teams are very strong. They're both 5-2. They're both showing great prowess in the season. I think that they're both going to continue to do very, very well. At 12-4, we have some more division winners. We have our AFC 5th seed and our AFC 3rd seed, as well as our 3rd seed in the NFC. So Green Bay is our NFC 3rd seed. The 3rd seed in the AFC is the Titans, and the 5th seed in the AFC is the Ravens. So the Ravens have been doing very well this season. But I think that the Steelers are going to win their division because the Steelers have played a little bit better. They've beaten some harder teams. I think they're going to end up winning the division this year. As for the Titans are playing very good football. They lost in a very close game to the Steelers. I think that the reason they're going to have 4 losses is because they're going to win those close games. And the Packers have also been playing very good football. I think that they have a very strong team right now, and I think that 12-4 is right where they should be. As we continue on 13-3, we have 2 teams. We have the Seahawks and the Buccaneers. The Seahawks I have at 13-3 because I still have them as my Super Bowl prediction. And I think that they're going to do very well this season. I don't see a lot of teams beating them, especially because they have a very easy schedule. If they had a harder schedule, I wouldn't have them at 13-3. But the hardest teams that they're playing are the teams in their own division. And I think that if they get 3 losses to teams in their division and beat everyone else, then they're going to have a 13-3 record. The Buccaneers, I think, have a harder schedule than the Seahawks, and I think that they've been doing very well with it. They're 5-2. I can very well see them going 8-1 for the rest of the season. I know it's a little bit of a stretch, but Tom Brady is best in December, and I think that they're going to continue to do very, very well. The Buccaneers have gotten stronger every week, and their offense is one of the best in the NFL. Their defense is one of the best in the NFL, and I think that that's a record for a very strong football team. Last but not least, we have the number 1 and number 2 seeds in the AFC, the Steelers and the Chiefs. The Steelers and the Chiefs are both very strong teams. The Steelers are the only undefeated team in the NFL, and the Chiefs currently are 6-1. I believe someone's going to correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong. Anyways, so both teams are doing very well. These are the 2 strongest teams in the league, and I think that they're both going to do very well. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is that in the 9-7 teams, there actually is one playoff team, and I'm going to give it to the Browns over the Raiders. I think the Browns are going to win a tiebreaker over the Raiders, and they're going to get the playoff spot at 9-7. I didn't mention it earlier because I counted wrong. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. All of the support that I've gotten recently has been insane, and I really don't know any other thing to do besides thank you guys in pretty much every single video I do. So thank you guys again for 127 subscribers. That's a crazy number, and we're only going to get more. So thank you guys again for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help. Make sure to tell your friends about the channel if you really enjoy my content, because the better I do, the more subscribers I earn, the more things I can do with the channel. So thank you guys a lot for all of the support that I've gotten in the past couple of months. Let me know in the comments below what types of videos you want to see. I'm trying to make more creative ideas. I might even get 6 videos out this week because I plan to do videos on Fridays, not Thursdays. So since I'm getting one out on a Thursday, I could potentially have a 6th video this week. So make sure to let me know what you guys want to see for that 6th video if I do make it. So thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate all the support. I will see you guys all in the next video. And as always, peace out.